Hi, everyone. Welcome to another amazing topic of conversation. I want to thank my sponsors, the Health Channel. So please sign up for the newsletter and now for their Women's Health Fair. So please, allhealthtv.com/women's health. It's a free event and we hope to see all women there at the end of the month. If you have any needs for working spaces, co-working, if you need virtual offices, please, Alexa's Workspaces is an amazing place to work for. And we look forward to having all of you on the Power of the Heels event, Disruptive Monarchy. Or go to our website or Eventbrite and look for Disruptive Monarchy 2. It's going to be a fabulous event. And our monthly networkers, which take place the second Thursday of every month. Also on Eventbrite or on our website, thepoweroftheheels.org. So now to our topic. Astrid, welcome.
Thank you, Gladys, for having me. My pleasure.
It's really a pleasure to have you. And today it's all about, I'm not going to say it's fashion because we're not talking about fashion, but it's about clothes. Because like you were telling me before, fashion comes and goes. But our clothes stay, and the way we wear it is a very unique way.
Yes, that's the point. That's the point.
So my question to you is, I know that, for example, when I get dressed in the morning, and yes, I go through my whole closet and throw everything out because it's the way I feel, or depends on where I go. That's how I choose what I'm going to wear. So is it true that clothes make us feel, or do we feel a certain way and then we put the clothes on? Is it the other way around?
That's a great question. I think it's an internal and external process. You can say that it's, okay, let's say that depends how you feel. I think it has an internal, and depending on that, let's say you're sad, but you have to go to a meeting.
So I need to look happy.
Exactly. And then, because then hopefully you have that, hopefully you know that you're feeling sad, and then you go to your closet and you pull clothes, colors that makes you feel happy, like dopamine colors, which was the fashion in 2022. And when I say
What's dopamine colors, before you keep on going?
Okay, so dopamine colors, dopamine is a neurotransmitter that influences the way that we feel, influences if we feel pleasure. If you have low levels of dopamine, that can cause depression, your immune system goes down. However, if you have high levels of dopamine, then you feel like you can take the world, jump from a plane and do all these. That's when you have high levels of dopamine.
Like for certain people do exercise and they get more dopamine.
Exactly, yes.
Okay.
And dopamine colors supposedly are described like bright, bold colors. But in my opinion, dopamine colors, because you could be a person that maybe a bold color like this one, a bright color, doesn't make you happy. So I define dopamine colors that make you happy. And going back to what you were saying, that makes you happy in your closet. Everything that you have in your closet comes from an unconscious decision. And so
unconscious decision or a very conscious one?
Unconscious decision without knowing, because we dress, everything that we have in the closet comes from an unconscious decision.
Why? I think it's a conscious decision. I go and buy something.
The things that you like, but then the things that you like come from probably when you were growing up and they told Gladys, you look great in red. Or Gladys, you look I don't like how you look in yellow. I remember this client that I was working with, and she loved yellow and red. But then somebody told her that she looked like a hot dog. She never wore red and yellow again. It's like, for example, like orange and black. Do you wear orange and black?
I actually wear orange and black, and somebody told me one day that I look like Halloween.
Exactly,
But I
yes.
didn't care because I like how the orange looked.
Good, good. But that's
But
what happened. I mean, when you were saying, huh?
if you wear a top, an orange top with a black pants, how else are you going to wear orange? Well, actually, this is orange and black.
There you go. And then you have a nice mix. Then you have cream coat, you have beige. So it's like orange, black, and beige. But a lot of people don't wear orange and black because it reminds them of Halloween, and also green and red, Christmas. And going back to what you were saying, is about you being unique and not following fashion, not following trends, follow what works for you.
Okay.
Understanding where you come from.
What does it have to do with where I come from?
For example, let's say Puerto Rico. I'm from Puerto Rico.
Okay.
And in Puerto Rico, I would say that we dress like with a lot of dresses. And the other day I was doing a live on sneakers, because now you can wear dresses with sneakers. Have you seen it?
Yes.
So I was talking about the proportions and wearing dresses with sneakers. And I was like, man, 10 years ago, maybe 20 years ago, you would never wear dresses with sneakers.
I don't think I can wear a dress with sneakers.
How come?
Because I don't know. I'm used to wearing a dress either with flats or heels.
Heels, exactly, because with heels we feel, I mean, even just by I'm here sitting, I'm wearing my heels because it gives me, I feel powerful.
Okay, that's where the power of the heels comes from.
There you go. There you go. I remember, you know what, it came to mind. I had knee surgery. I come from pharmaceuticals. I did many years in the pharmaceutical industry, and I would wear my mega heels. I remember the day that I mean, I was wearing these mega heels, and that day on, I couldn't wear more like heels because something happened with my feet. But I remember having knee surgery, and I had to wear flats. I was suffering because I needed to wear flats.
Me too.
So what you were asking is like, to come from is what, I mean, the position
What you were raised in,
where you were
or how
raised.
you were raised.
How you were raised, yes, and how your family defined beauty, for example, how the importance that they put in being beautiful, in looking certain way, that influences. And it doesn't have to be with beauty. Let's say, for example, you're going to be a doctor, you're going to be a lawyer, and then you add like that, and you are that all your life, and then you become the doctor and you become the lawyer. So it's the same with beauty, with clothes, with the way that we dress. One thing that I see a lot, for example, now is like, my mother is my best friend, and the mother dressing like the daughter.
I think that it has certain age of not dressing like your daughter.
That brings a lot of complications, and I have written about it, because when that happens, and I come from that, when that happens, usually the daughter takes the responsibility of the mother. I have worked at stores as a personal stylist at stores, and sometimes like the mother asking the daughter for their opinion, and that's okay. The thing is that like,
that's fine.
And that's fine. The thing is that when, let's say you have a son and you dress like your daughter-in-law, don't you think your son is going to get confused? Who's the mother? Who's the girlfriend? Who's the...
No, I think everything is age appropriate.
That too. That too.
I think that there's an age for everything.
Exactly. Yes. And because of all social media, I think there's like a confusion. I see also that like from 40, 45, 60, it's confusing on how to dress. You're not a girl, but you're not old either.
But now 60 is the new 40s.
Exactly. I mean, 60, 65, 70, it's like finding who you are at this moment, like in life, and then dressing what makes you happy. It makes you, if bold colors makes you happy, then wear bold colors. What makes you happy and also feel amazing.
What is changing the subject?
Okay.
What is tabletop dressing?
A tabletop dressing. You never heard that before?
Never.
Oh. Okay, so tabletop dressing is a terminology that started when we started to connect via Zoom, when we started to work in 2020 via Zoom. So tabletop dressing is dressing from here to here.
To here?
Huh?
From here to here.
From here, I mean from whatever you can see in the camera.
Below nothing, but
Below
you cannot
nothing.
stand up.
Below nothing, exactly. Yes, 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 below nothing. But then so many things happen that people will stand up and then they will see their underwear. Remember that happened in 2020? I saw a lot of videos on that.
No, that is totally fine, but there's also an etiquette on dressing on tabletop dressing. Because if you're going to go on a meeting, it doesn't matter if you aren't working from home.
Exactly, yes.
It's like, okay, you get dressed, you put some lipstick, you look presentable, not like how you woke up in the morning.
Exactly. But I think that also there's like I think there can be might be confusion in what is the dressing, the Zoom etiquette or how to dress for meetings over Zoom or other platforms. So it depends on the company also. I'm pretty sure a lot of
Why?
people were because of the dressing, because like you're saying, maybe they can wear t-shirts. Now, like in Silicon Valley and like the technology companies, they dress in t-shirts and sneakers.
Correct. But for
Casual.
example, the other day I was walking in the mall and I was shocked at how the people were dressed.
Mm.
They were in sweatpants, in t-shirt, like everybody looked. And I think I counted one or two people that were actually dressed. The other people were in sneakers, in sweatshirts, and in t-shirts. Not even few people were in jeans. And the men were better well dressed than the women.
And what do you think about that?
I don't know. I think that after COVID, everybody's like dressing down.
Probably.
They don't care anymore if they go out, and it's like I use my sweatpants to stay home or do exercise.
The same. I mean, and then it depends on what generation are they. I mean, what ages were they? The people that were at the mall.
Even they were older people, there was a lot of sweatpants and t-shirts and tennis. So I started to look because also my husband said, like, why are they selling all these clothes when nobody's using anything? So we started looking at the people walking in the mall, and people were very not poorly dressed in a sense.
Very casual. You would say very casual.
Extremely casual.
Extremely casual.
Like stay home casual.
Yeah, I mean, what I'm seeing, I live in South Beach, and what I see is people wearing almost nothing.
That's the other part.
And I would say naked dressing, also big, bold. I also get emails every week on the fashion and what's fashion, like weird, it's in, personalized is in, the more, it's like bold colors, dopamine colors, and in my opinion, is that we because of all this social media and all the interactions in social media, even though we think that we are connecting, people don't feel seen by the other. And that's why the need of wearing, huh?
That's why the bold colors.
Not only the bold colors, wearing,
naked.
And naked, yeah. I mean, when you're naked, people are gonna look at you. When you wear bold colors, people are gonna look at you. When you wear different personalized, and like the other day I was watching, I don't know who the designer is, but the heels had like an egg. It was like these weird designs. And in my opinion, it's because people are not feeling seen by the
So
other.
they need to wear something so that they get the attention of the others.
Yes. Is to get attention. Yes. Because so also what happened in 2020. I mean, we were not connecting with others. We were connecting. I mean, there was like not the human touch. We need touch. So a lot of people got depressed.
No, I know that a lot of people got depressed, but for example, we didn't connect physically, but there was other ways of connecting. So social media like exploded.
Yes.
So what happened then with social media and all the clothes and
Like I mean, we started to see our faces also. I mean, if you will be here, I would not be looking at myself and you. I'll be looking at yourself. And then criticism increase. Another thing, when we go look at ourselves and at the cell phone, we will like augment the image, and then we start, oh, look at my wrinkles, oh, look at I had this, or look at this. And let me tell you, you know what, the selfies, what about selfies? Selfies and Zoom, they distort your face. They distort your face. And Gladys, face surgeries increase because of all that. So going back to the clothes, I think
surgeries increased because of that.
because of the Zoom, because of the Zoom.
Because
Actually, no, the Zoom face. I think it's called the Zoom face. There is the Zoom face. It's called.
On the contrary, I love the Zoom.
I know it's convenient. It's convenient, right? You don't need.
No. I love the Zoom look.
You love the Zoom look?
Yes.
How come? Interesting.
I don't know. I don't know. I think that a lot of the times I see myself in Zoom and I see myself better than it was in the mirror.
Interesting. Wow, good.
So a lot of people were complaining about Zoom, and I said, no, I think I'm not complaining about Zoom. I can complain about a lot of things.
Interesting. You're the only person that I hear that says that likes the Zoom face.
So I guess I'm not doing any surgeries.
Good. No, you know what? And it's not to criticize or judge. It's to understand you know what, it's like my goal is for you to bring out your essence, your soul. I mean, another thing that I talk about a lot is about the call to be young. And I don't know if you know in China, it's considered an insult to try to stay young. And now with social media, there's so much pressure for us to look certain way, to look young, to look perfect. And
what is perfect?
It depends on the person. Like, let's say, you know what, let me think what is
perfect according to? It's perfect according to who?
It depends where you come from. Again, it depends where you come from. In my house, let me see, perfect was, I don't know, Iri Chacon, maybe. Marilyn Monroe, now Kim Kardashian. It depends on what you hear your friends, what you hear in your family. It's like, oh, you know what, even to like when let's say if I hear parents, their kids, let's say that they're kids, and parents criticizing somebody obese, what the message that they send to the kid is that you cannot be that way. I mean, it's the way that they're sharing, the words that they're using to describe.
For example, the same day that I was watching the people in the mall, I was also very surprised and very happy to see that there were a lot of stores that had mannequins that look a little bigger, like normal people, not the
I
mannequin
know.
that it was like,
I know, yeah.
like you said, okay, I want to wear this, but I want it
However,
with the mannequin body.
I know, I hear
But
you.
let's face
However,
it, not everybody has a mannequin body.
agree. And the clothes are made based on that body, but I have worked at stores that, yes, like a normal body, but they usually follow the figure eight body.
Yes. But
So
in this case, the mannequins were not like that. The mannequins were actually for bigger people,
and the
and
silhouette, and how was the silhouette?
no, the silhouette was based on real women.
Okay, what
And
store
I
is that?
remember the one next to in the Aventura Mall next to Tesla.
Okay, I'm gonna look at.
Look at it because it was like for women.
Okay, because what I mean, what I have seen is that they do bigger sizes, but then they follow the figure eight
No,
silhouette.
this one actually was very well done.
Good. That I'm
So
happy
that,
to
for
hear that.
example, you could pass along and say, okay, I would wear something like that, and look, it doesn't look that bad. But it's like competing against the mannequin look.
Not only mannequin, social media, and yes, social media, and everywhere we look, it's we are bombarded by these images of the way that we should look, and then young, and they call to be young, and we suffer. I mean, there is so much suffering, not only women. My main target is women, but I know men suffer as well. The image of the Ken, or of the certain way, the tall guy, and maybe again, I'm maybe it's my generation or our generation, and the younger generations, they have other stereotypes.
But I feel that the younger generation care a little less.
You would think, but no,
But no,
no, because if you ask them how long are they how long are they suffer as well. You know
no,
what is
I'm
a
not saying that they don't
competition?
suffer, but I'm not saying that they don't suffer, but I feel that they're more comfortable with what they're wearing. For example, what you were saying about the heels.
Mm-hmm.
I sometimes miss my heels, but after COVID, I'm going to say that now I don't miss my heels. I have sitting heels, which
Strike
I
a
can
pose.
wear from the
Strike
car to the place, sit down and enjoy my heels.
strike a pose. Strike a pose shoes.
That's it. But some of the young people now embrace that they're wearing tennis shoes, and the look is a little more dressed down. I remember I met this lady, and it was last week, and she's really, really tall. And we were all talking that we were going on it was an event, and the walking was a lot. So you would see all these women in low heels.
Ah, good.
And you saw this tall lady, and she was wearing very high heels. And I told her, like, why? Today it would be a day when you could come casual. And she said, since I was little, my mother used to tell me that I needed to embrace my height and wear high heels. And even then, so she said, I wear high heels to everywhere.
That was the way that she
Yes, it looks nicer, it looks more elegant, it looks more presentable.
or maybe not. That's what we believe, and we see through those lenses. So that's why I'm saying that every item in your closet comes from an unconscious decision, because it is the deeper and the subtle, which I enjoy. I enjoy it, and I bring that and topics in classes that I give. And it's those things that stop you now because you're repeating, like, let's say, I mean, what happens with that woman if she breaks a leg or something happens to her feet that she cannot wear those heels anymore. And it's like, you know what, more can come to mind some singers that they are maybe in their 60s and their 70s and they're known because of their image of looking a certain way and all the surgeries that they do to continue looking that way and the suffering behind that.
But it's like we need to evolve according to our age.
I agree, totally agree. And that's how I help. The thing is like with me, it's like to help you bring your essence, who you are at this moment in your life.
So have you ever encountered someone, for example, that they want to wear, or they have like their lucky sweater or their lucky blouse, and they always wear it dependent for certain things?
No, I don't know if we would say lucky, but then it's like mementos, I don't know if to say mementos, like things from like the piece of clothing that reminds you of something of somebody or an event, mementos. Yes. And that's why you know what, it's like I see like at the beginning of the year, do like a closet cleaning. It's not that easy. It's not
No.
easy because everything you have in your closet is meaningful to you. And just to throw things away that way.
Oh no, don't even come.
What?
I have a moment with everything in my closet.
You have a moment with everything in your closet.
Everything in my closet.
How come?
Because I don't throw things because it reminds me of something.
Yes.
So it's very personal.
I agree. Yes. And yes.
What about the colors?
What
Because
about
the colors, for example, many years ago, I took a course on the way you wanted to project when you were in certain situations.
Mm-hmm.
And for example, red was a color that projected power. So if you wanted to be powerful, you wore red. Or if you were in a conflictive or a difficult situation, you would wear a light blue or a light pink to calm things down. So when they look at you, they would see very subtle things.
An illusion, an illusion.
It
Okay.
was an illusion. But do you teach this part? Have you seen this?
Yeah, I've seen many different examples. And let me, like, for example, red. Let's talk about red.
Okay.
Let's say if you go to a class and they tell you need to wear red to feel powerful. However, you come from a place when you wore red for a time, you got attention, like a sexual attention that you did not like. So when somebody recommends red for you, they're not considering where you come from. They're not considering your experience. They're not considering you. They're not seeing you, your soul, your essence at all. It's the same as go to your closet and clean it. I'm like, is that easy? I have moved so many times. And there are times that I'm like, yes, there are times that I cannot decide, should I throw this away? Because I'm making too many different decisions that I cannot decide that. So it doesn't work like that. And let me give you examples of things that I have seen when I work with people regarding colors. Like they did not design. She designs a graphic designer. We did an analysis following the traditional analysis, and she's a spring. And she told me, interesting that I designed with these colors. However, I dress with these other colors because I don't feel comfortable with spring. I'm not ready for spring, bright colors, because I don't want to get attention.
Well, where I came from.
Where are you from?
I'm from Colombia.
Oh, okay.
But I'm from Bogota, where people used to dress very European, London-like. So the colors were very dark. It was gray, black, or brown, or navy blue. And I remember that I liked some kind of bright colors. So most of the time it was standing out when I didn't want to stand out, but I felt that the black and the gray just put me down. So yes, it has to do a lot with where you come from, but I think personally that most of the time it has to do with how you feel.
Definitely, and definitely, but it means something to you. Definitely how you feel. Like I mean, like if I'm gonna go, when I go to networking events, like yours, the Power of the Heels, I mean, those are, I feel uncomfortable in those situations. I might not look, I'm uncomfortable, but I feel uncomfortable. So I make sure that when I leave this house, I feel spectacular because I know that it's gonna affect how I feel.
So
The way
the way you
stand,
dress,
the way that I stand, the way that I hide, the way that I speak.
it has to reflect on how you feel. So the clothes that you wear, what you're saying is that the clothes that you wear are a tool.
Influences how you feel.
Okay,
You know,
influences how you feel.
when we were talking about the people wearing jeans and sweatpants, and I remember there's a study called Enclothed Cognition, and they talk in this study, they gave people lab coats, and they realized that the people wearing the doctor's lab coat behave differently to the ones wearing sweatpants. And it's called enclothed cognition. And it says what you wear influences how you feel and how you behave. And it's interesting. It's like we do it every day and we know so little about it.
No, we learn so little, but you tell me like that, but I do it the other way, is how I feel what I wear.
Give me an example.
For example, if I wake up and I feel sad, it's not that I'm going to put a dark color. I need to put a bright color to make me feel better.
Exactly. Yes, because for you, bright colors mean happy. But for somebody, bright colors, maybe their mother dressed with bright colors and they don't
And
like
they
their
don't
mother.
want it.
And they don't like their mother, so they will wear
You're,
black.
you're right. So it totally depends on the personality and it's very unique on how you wear it.
Where you come from. Definitely, you know, your conditioning. It's yeah, your conditioning. That
Well,
depends
Astrid,
on.
thank you very much.
Thank you, Gladys, for the
This was
question.
very enlightening on what we wear and what we don't wear. And to everyone, thank you so much. And above all, stay safe. Until next week, have an amazing day.